Hi everyone, nice to see you again. Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. Realize it or not, the internet has made our life much easier. Now we can find anything we want, ordering food or buying something without having to go to the library, restaurant or retail store. You just have to type in what you want using your smartphone or PC. However, the threats to the internet are growing fast. Hackers and cyber attacks that targets individual, private entities, and government agencies are more intense, massive, and complicated to take care of. And the damage it causes for the victims can be devastating. So today, let's take a look at this threat a little bit. How dangerous is cyber attack? How do Indonesia prevent and fight against this threat? And how we can mitigate and prevent future attack from happening. Stay tuned. According to IBM.com, cyber attack is an attempt to steal, expose, alter, disable, or destroy information through unauthorized access to computer system. In addition, cyber attack can also be associated with cyber warfare or cyber terrorism. The motivation behind cyber attack may vary, but in general, it can be categorized into three categories: criminal, personal, and political. Depending on the source of the threats, it can be classified into two groups: outsider threats like organized criminals or criminal groups, professional hackers or state-sponsored actors, and amateur hackers; or insider threats like employees careless of cybersecurity procedures, disgruntled current or former employees, or business partner, clients, contractor, or suppliers with system access. Cyber attacks happen because these bad actors want something from their target. Either they want business financial data, customer databases including personal information, intellectual property, IT infrastructure access, financial payments, sensitive personal data, government data, or something else. In the current connected digital world, cybercriminals use sophisticated tools to launch cyber attacks against their target. Their targets include personal computers, computer networks, IT infrastructure, and IT systems. Some common types of cyber attacks we see today are backdoor Trojan, cross-site scripting, denial of service or DOS, DNS tunneling, malware, phishing, ransomware, SQL injection, and zero-day exploit. If successful, cyber attack can cause devastating damage to their target. They can cause valuable downtime, data loss or manipulation, and money loss through ransoms. Furthermore, downtime can lead to major service interruption and financial losses. For example, DOS and malware attacks can cause system or server crashes. DNS tunneling and SQL injection attacks can alter, delete, insert, or steal data into a system. And ransomware attacks can disable a system until the target pays the attacker a ransom. The recent case of a cyber attack that caused a lot of damage happened in the US. In April 2021, DarkSide, a ransomware gang, attacked Colonial Pipeline, a large US refined product pipeline company. Through VPN and a compromised password, the cyber attack gained entry into the company's network and disrupted pipeline operation. In effect, DarkSide shut down the pipeline that carries 45% of the gas, diesel, and jet fuel supplied to the US East Coast. They soon followed their attack with a ransom note, demanding almost $5 million in Bitcoin, which Colonial Pipeline CEO paid. After that, Colonial Pipeline hired a third-party cybersecurity firm and informed federal agencies and US law enforcement. At the end, $2.3 million of the ransom paid was recovered. That was the US, where the cybersecurity infrastructure is one of the advanced in the world. But how about Indonesia? Cited from CNN Indonesia, between January and August 2021 alone, there were 888 million cases of cyber attacks in Indonesia. The most recent case went public last month, where several national news media published a report about the intrusion of 10 government agencies' network, including the State Intelligence Agency or BIN. The intrusion was discovered by InSeek Group researchers and has been linked to Mustang Panda, a Chinese threat actor known for its cyber espionage campaign targeting the Southeast Asian region. InSeek Group researchers notified Indonesian authorities about the intrusion in June and July, but the Indonesian official did not provide feedback for the report. A source familiar with the investigation said that authorities had taken steps to identify and clean the infected system. However, INSIC researchers confirmed that hosts inside Indonesian government networks were still communicating with the Mustang Panda malware servers. Days after the report was made to the public, a government agency who is responsible for handling this kind of threats, called Badan Cyber and Sandi Negara, or the National Cyber and Crypto Agency, dismissed the report and said it was still a speculation. The National Cyber and Crypto Agency, or BSSN in short, has a task to carry out government duties in the field of cyber and crypto security to assist the president in administering the government. Even though this agency has just been formed in 2017, they are not a completely new agency. They are a transformation of several agencies from several ministries into a single body. The reason, of course, is to optimize the role, function, and structures of Indonesia Cyber and Crypto Agency to be more effective and efficient. In operation, BSSN is actively ensuring cybersecurity is guaranteed in various sectors, such as the government, the national vital information infrastructure, and the digital economy. Their duties are to carry out vulnerability identification, threat detection, cybersecurity protection, cyber attack, and incident response and recovery. BSSN also carries out the function of preparing, implementing, monitoring, and evaluating cyber policies. Furthermore, BSSN also established cooperation with national, regional, and international institutions. To provide an early warning system for each stakeholder, they also developed the HoneyNet project BSSN, means to support the creation of a national cyberspace that is safe and resistant to cyber attacks. It's a very informative website, and it's open to the public, so if you want to look at it by yourself, I put the link in the description below. Most of the time, we always describe an attack as a physical thing, either with military invasion or missile attack. But in the current digital world, when everything is interconnected and information is stored in an unseen world, the spectrum of attack is also evolving. The cybercriminals, either individuals, independent groups, or state-funded actors, can launch their attack from anywhere in the world undetected and cause damage greater than a physical enemy attack ever did. The Colonial Pipeline case, for example. The company shutdown made a disruption for the entire US East Coast and caused panic buying for its residents. Imagine if such attacks target a country with vulnerable cybersecurity. The damage they caused could be even greater. Although I'm personally not sure if Indonesia ever had a cyber attack as severe as that or not, this event should be a warning call for all of us to improve our cybersecurity infrastructure and expand the education and understanding about cybersecurity procedures for all employees and personnel, especially those who have access to sensitive companies or government data. There you have it, the danger of cyber attacks, a little bit insight about Indonesia's Cyber and Crypto Agency, and how we can prevent future cyber attack. Do you have a similar agency like BSSN in your country? What is it? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.